30%. 30%. That's the number that the entire weight loss community is talking about right now. And I'm going to be honest, when I saw 30% weight loss, I stopped scrolling. Because according to the new data from Lilly, formerly known as Eli Lilly, people taking the medicine called Retatrutide lost up to 30% of their body weight. 30%, not 10%, not 20 to 25% like we've known with Zepbound or Mounjaro. So naturally, people are asking, is this the next Mounjaro? Is this even better than Zepbound? Will this finally get me to my goal weight? But before we all get too excited, I want to talk about the hard truth. And trust me, this truth has nothing to do with the 30%. The hardest part is not the medication, because there is one thing in this study that caught my attention more so than the weight loss. If you're a slow responder or have had no loss at all, you really need to hear this. What is Retatrutide? Now, don't worry, I am not going to turn this into a science class. Here's the simple version. Mounjaro and Zepbound work on 2 hormones. Retatrutide works on 3. That's why researchers are so excited about this. So here are the facts. In Lilly's newest phase 3 study, people taking the highest dose, which is 12 milligrams, lost an average of 70 pounds over 80 weeks. Almost half of them lost 30% of their body weight. And some participants who continued on longer taking the medication reached an average of 85 pounds lost. 85 pounds lost. Those are incredible numbers. And no matter how you look at it, honestly, the future of obesity looks pretty exciting. But wait, before you start planning your switch, there's something we really need to talk about. Which brings me to truth number 1. The headline says 30%, but remember, that's an average. Your brain hears, that's what I'll lose. But that's not what the study says. The study says an average. And averages can be dangerous because the averages don't tell us who struggled. It doesn't tell us who stalled out. It doesn't tell us who didn't respond to the medication. It doesn't tell us who responded slowly. If you've been taking a GLP-1 medication for a while, you already know that everyone responds differently to the medication. When you hear an average, think about it. There was a very high weight loss, but there was also a very low weight loss. So just keep that in mind. What I'm about to say next may be unpopular, but it needs to be said. I think that's exactly what a woman over a certain age, 40 and 50, needs to hear. Truth number 2 is Retatrutide cannot eliminate menopause. It's not going to eliminate the aging. It's not going to eliminate the stress. It's not going to magically build muscle. It cannot make us sleep better, and it cannot make us stop comparing ourselves online. So let's be honest. Someone is going to lose 100 pounds taking this medication. Someone is going to post their before and after pictures. And somebody out there is going to be watching all that and thinking that they are failing. And that's what really worries me, because comparison is already stealing joy from our community. So just imagine when this next level of medication comes out and people don't see the results they were expecting to see. So let me ask you, how many of you would be thrilled to lose 15%? How many of you would be thrilled to lose 20%? Because 2 years ago, when I started my journey, many of us thought that percentage was impossible. If the average weight loss taking Mounjaro, taking Zepbound is 20 to 25%, we know people who have surpassed that, right? We know people who have lost more than the 20%. They are in the weight loss range of Retatrutide. So you're always going to have those outliers. The people who surpass what the expectations are, they surpass the average, and people that struggle to get to that average or struggle to lose at all. I just want you to keep that in mind and put that in perspective. And here's another truth that I don't really hear people focusing on with this medication, and that is Retatrutide is not approved yet. It is not FDA approved. It's still being studied. And while the results look amazing, we still have a lot of questions. So I wrote my questions down. Will the appetite suppression stay long term? Will the slow responders on Mounjaro, and I do take Mounjaro, become super responders? Who is going to qualify for this medication? I think the big question we all want to know is, What is the cost going to be, right? We can all speculate, but nothing has been set in stone. So how is the insurance coverage going to look? All those questions we still have in mind. We don't know any of those things yet, and that's okay. You know why I say that's okay? Because good research takes time. I don't want them to rush through this. I want them to take their time so that we have great data so we can make great decisions. So researchers are excited because nearly half of the participants lost 30% of their body weight, and many improved other health markers that we know are important to our health, like blood pressure, cholesterol, and the circumference of your waist. The reason I wanted to make this video about Retatrutide is not because it's a bad thing, not at all. Actually, I think it's exciting. I think it's very hopeful. I feel like, honestly, it's only going to get better from here. I know some of you are watching. I even thought of myself, I'm going to be honest, maybe this medication is what I need to reach my goal. Maybe not. But here's what I want you to never forget, because I know we could get caught up in these numbers and the drama and the excitement of it all. But I want you to remember, whether you lose 5%, 15%, 20%, or 30%, this medication does not determine your self-worth. And we are not more worthy if we lose weight faster. We're not less worthy if we lose weight slowly. I just want you to keep that in mind, because I know that slow or normal and steady weight loss really bothers people. So just know you're not behind. You're on your own path. You are unique. God made you special. God made you different. God made you you. So I always say, be the best you that you can be. I have been discouraged about the weight loss and saying to myself, am I going to reach my goal? And I have thought about Retatrutide myself. Could this be what I need? Well, I don't know. I don't know what the next 6 months will look like. I don't know what the next year will look like. When you hear 30% weight loss, does that make you feel hopeful? Does that make you feel nervous? How does that make you feel? Let's talk about it. If something in this video resonated with you, I want you to share this out, hype the video so that it can reach more people. If you're new here, I would love for you to join the Diva family. Hit that subscribe button and also hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time I go live or upload a video. I am live on Wednesdays at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Come and hang out with me, ask questions. I would love to support you on your journey. We can support each other. If you're looking for extra support, accountability, or community, check out my Inner Circle support group. If you are interested in products and resources, guides, and tools that have helped me on my personal GLP-1 journey, visit my Stand store. Everything will be linked in the description of this video. Most of all, I want you to take great care of yourself. And remember, slow and steady wins the race. Just don't quit.